Hey everybody, this is Candace Yvette with Blackwomenaware, and welcome to the Missing series. Hey, what's up everybody? This is Candace Yvette back with a new episode of the BWA Missing series. This case is concerning Jasmine Moody. Jasmine Moody traveled to Detroit from Texas on November 25th of 2014 to visit a friend, a female friend named Brittany Gurley. They had met on social media a few months earlier. The extent of their relationship is unclear. Moody's mother says it was a platonic friendship, but police believe Moody and Gurley may have been romantically involved. Moody was last seen in Detroit on December 4th of 2014. Gurley stated they got into an argument that night and Moody walked out of the residence, which was in the 3700 block of Baldwin Avenue at 7:30 p.m. She left most of her belongings behind, including her phone, purse, identification, and coat. Moody was underdressed for the cold winter weather. She has a tattoo of a white jasmine flower on her abdomen. Moody disappeared the night before. She was supposed to take a bus back to Texas. Her family stated this is uncharacteristic of her to be out of touch with them or leave without warning, and they believe foul play could have been involved in her case. She was unfamiliar with the neighborhood and it was a high crime area. However, the family believes Gurley knows more about Moody's disappearance. Her disappearance remains unsolved. Moody, at the time of her disappearance, I believe she was 18 at the time of her disappearance. Her height is 5'2" to 5'5". She's 130 pounds. Her complexion is dark. Her hair color is black. Her eye color is brown. So let me just weigh in on this before I go into other things. Okay, before I give my opinion, I'm going to read off the Detroit Police Department's phone number. That is area code 313-596-2221. That is the phone number to call in case you have any knowledge at all on the whereabouts of Jasmine Moody. That number again is area code 313-596-2221. Okay. So she is from Texas and she traveled to Detroit. It says she traveled to Detroit November 25th. Now I'm from the Midwest. I'm not from Michigan, but I'm from the Midwest, and obviously November is very, very cold in Detroit and areas like that. If she's from Texas and she traveled up there during our colder seasons, it's no way like if she was done with dealing with that relationship and they had an argument and this girl just left and she wasn't coming back. I don't know any person from the South who is not used to the winter cold who is going to leave all their belongings behind, including their phone, purse, their identification, and their coat. Nobody that I know who has visited me in the Midwest and they're from the South leave that stuff behind. They are not used to our colder temperatures. I don't believe she just left. I believe somebody took her. Somebody physically removed her from the residence. Something was set up. Something was put in place. Probably even before this young lady left the state of Texas. I believe the other party, and this is just my theory, okay? I don't know if this is true or not. This is just my own personal theory. I believe that the party that she was going to see in Detroit had is probably connected to one of those rings. I don't want to say the exact term, but you guys know what I mean when I say one of those rings that push people and they sell people. She probably this Brittany Gurley probably set this whole thing up and got in connection to the people in the underworld who's all a part of one of those rings and said, hey, this girl, this is her height and weight, this is what she looks like, she'll be here at this time and hour. And this young lady probably showed up thinking that, and I don't care if she was living on a down low or what. That's not to be discussed right now. I personally wish she had told somebody, even if she was a part of the LGBTQ community. I personally wish she had come out, because a lot of the stuff that's done on a DL, when it's not talked about, when people don't come out and just be who they are, they're not going to tell you things like this. Like, hey, like some people who are a part of the LGBTQ community, they will play along with it if they know that you're out as straight and you're not out as a part of their community. They will play along with it because sometimes they like you just as much as you like them, and they will keep it on the down low. Let's just be 100. But some people who are a part of the LGBTQ community are not willing to say, hey, you not just finna keep me under wraps. If we gonna be together, we gonna be together in public too. The reason why I bring that up is because I know people who are undercover or on the DL with their lifestyle. Okay, it's not my prerogative. It's not my right to blast them or bring them out. That is up to them. That's between them and their maker. But I bring that up because a lot of times when these people go missing or something happens to them, nobody has any clue of that separate lifestyle, and nobody has any clue as to where they could be. And when you're living a separate lifestyle, you do things outside of your norm. Okay, it's almost like a pastor. Most people expect pastors to live by a certain code. You're supposed to follow that Bible. You're supposed to do everything that you preach about. So when this pastor comes out and say like he has attraction to kids, or he got mistresses and a side family on the side, or whatever the case may be, people are shocked because they're like, hey, that's not Pastor John Doe that I know. Pastor John Doe usually does not rock like that. So they're shocked. So basically, when you have this second life, you do a lot of things that are out of your norm. Okay, and you have a higher risk of something happening to you, and people not knowing the first place to really look for you or what really happened to you. I personally do not think this young lady, being from Texas, going to Detroit during the Midwest's cold season, that's not necessarily winter. Y'all know technically winter don't start until I believe December 21st. Winter starts. That's technically still the fall season. But even in our fall months, anybody from the Midwest can testify that it starts, that cold raining is real. It gets dark earlier, and it's cold. We're used to it. We adjust to it as it comes because obviously we grew up within it. Somebody from Texas is not used to this. Okay, so it ain't no way in high heaven or low hell this girl left her coat and everything behind if she was going somewhere. I believe in my heart of hearts this young lady was snatched up. She was probably at that residence, probably asleep or in the shower or doing something that people do when they at home, and probably was unsuspecting, and this other party probably had somebody come get her, come pick her up. Hey, she here, pay me off and come pick her up. Now, again, this is my own theory. I'm not stating this is facts. You know, this is my own theory. Okay. Plus, this girl was 18 when she got on the bus and left. She was 18, so I don't know too much about her street smarts or anything like that. But usually young people are not too street savvy. They don't know how to read people. Some of them, if they had a rough upbringing, they read people very freaking well. If they had a rough upbringing and they really didn't have nobody in their corner and they had to grow up quick, they can read people to the T. But if you didn't have to grow up like that and you were very sheltered, nothing wrong with that. Your parents are supposed to be there. Your family members are supposed to be there and help you and bring you up in a healthy environment. It is absolutely positively nothing wrong with that. But if you grew up in that environment and you really wasn't exposed to much, you really don't know how to read people like that. Okay, you don't know how to read people. This young lady was small. Says she was 130 pounds. She was between the height of 5'2" and 5'5". She was small. Okay, this is just my own theory. Somebody picked this young lady up, and it is our responsibility to dig and get answers. Okay, it is a shame how Black women and children go missing, and there is absolutely no coverage on these cases. There is nothing said, nothing being told about it. It's horrendous. You know, this young lady should be back home with her family by now. I'm praying that she is not deceased, you know, but she's been missing since November of 2014. You know what I'm saying? So even if they can just let the family know like where her remains is or whatever, that's a big help, and let them know what happened to her. And so hopefully we can bring closure to the family, and find out who did whatever they did to her. You know, I personally don't feel like, I don't know. I don't have a strong inclination or a strong feeling that this young lady has passed. It is a high possibility because she's been missing for a long time, but I do not. Something in me just don't feel like this young lady is out of this world. I don't feel like she expired. Okay, and y'all know with YouTube we have to be careful with what we say and how we say it. So I'm trying to train myself not to say those exact terms. So y'all bear with me. If you've seen this young lady, if you know anything about her whereabouts, or if you don't, just share the story, like, subscribe, and comment below. You all can email me, let me know what you think about all of this, and I appreciate it. Be safe, be alert, and be aware.